Thanks for stopping by the channel. So we've got a 2001 Pathfinder. This is the steering wheel design of this particular year. I believe 2000 models also have the same style. We're just going to go do a disassembly. We're actually going to swap this steering wheel out for one that's in a little better condition, just for the sake of aesthetics. So I'll show you how to do this. Pay attention, there are some safety things you need to note as I show you. Now with the battery disconnected, we want to make sure that at least 3 minutes pass by before we are disconnecting any of the harnesses in the steering wheel. Next, we'll want to remove this screw. There's one on each side. This requires a special tool. It's like a security bit, like a Torx. This particular size is a T50, but that's what's going to be used to remove that. As you can see, the same deal on the driver's side. One more bolt and we should be able to get this airbag out. The yellow plug is for the airbag. Be very careful when disconnecting that. With the airbag bolts and the airbag harness disconnected, you should just be able to pull the airbag out now. Be careful with that. Don't drop it, let it get wet, anything like that. So what we're looking at right here is that's the steering shaft with a nut and washer that holds that on. This right here is a horn switch. The whole airbag assembly just pushes against these horn switches. The horn switches run into this harness here, which go to the clock spring as well as the airbag. What we're going to do is we're actually going to remove the horn switch assemblies and transfer them to the new airbag. So you don't need to remove your clock spring when you remove the steering wheel, but you will need to disconnect your horn switches from that. If you're trying to access the clock spring, at this point, you don't need to undo any of the wire harnesses on here. You would simply remove this nut and pull the whole steering wheel off. In my case, I'm going to be transferring the horn switches to the new steering wheel. To remove the horn switch bolts, you'll need a T40. With the horn switches loose, you'll need to remove 2 screws. This screw and this screw, and this whole plastic wire bracket will come out. With the plastic bracket removed, this leaves us with just the core steering wheel in the nut for the steering shaft. We're going to be dealing with a 19mm nut. It's best to use an impact gun. If not, bust out that breaker bar, but try to keep your steering wheel straight. Note that the steering wheel will have a little dimple, and the steering shaft may have an alignment line right there. I believe those are supposed to match up to each other, but I did have this steering wheel and the clock spring and the tie rods and the steering rack out over the summer, so everything got all topsy-turvy. So if this line meets up with that dot, you should be in good shape. Just make sure when you swap your steering wheel, put it back on, that those line up. If they're not set straight like mine, then you're just gonna have to eyeball it. With the nut removed, make sure your steering wheel is straight as you can get it, and you're gonna begin to pull the steering wheel back, rocking it from side to side. You may need to borrow or buy a steering wheel puller if you cannot get it unstuck. And there's your clock spring. If you were watching this video to see how to get to that, there you go. If you mess up your clock spring, I have another video on this channel that tells you how to re-index it. Check it out. While I have the new steering wheel right here in the seat, I'm just going to go ahead and install the horn switches and the wire bracket before I mount the steering wheel to the shaft. At this point, with the horn switches reinstalled onto the new steering wheel, we're going to go by this alignment mark. I believe on most normal R50s, this little line would be up here at top. But because I messed mine up over the summer, I think mine is off by 180 degrees. So I'm just going to trust the orientation of this shaft is straight, and I'm just going to shove it onto the splines how it is. Well, I feel pretty good about the alignment on that, so we'll go ahead and reinstall our nut. The 2001 Nissan Factory Service Manual calls that this nut gets installed with 22 to 29 foot-pounds of torque. And don't forget to reconnect your harness. There's like a little plastic clip. Put your airbag wire in. These bolts tighten 11 to 14 foot-pounds. Make sure you do both sides. And if you did everything right, you won't have an airbag blow up in your face. And you won't have a flashing airbag light. Stay safe, y'all.